Dr. Doyle. We got Now Discover Your Strengths. This is chapter 1. I was a little confused on the assignment, so I'm a little late getting to this, but from here on out, I'll have them done on time. So chapter 1, we dive into, discover, we start talking about people who are very successful and what kind of leads them to that, and how we can be almost, how we can emulate those people, how we can be just like those people in their words. So, it talks about Tiger Woods, Bill Gates, Cole Porter, but the one I really like is Warren Buffett. I like Warren Buffett because he's a simple man. The chapter dives in. I'll talk more about Warren Buffett. I don't want to get into my main points off the beginning here, but so the chapter opens up and it asks us, these questions, which kind of most of the time when you're going to read a chapter, you don't really want to read the chapter. You want to find what's important, and that's that's normal. But in this one, it really brought me in from the cover. It was said, "What does a strong life look like? What does it look like when a person succeeds in building his life around his strengths?" Let's examine a couple examples. So that, to me, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, okay, I want to be successful. I can hone in on this and lock in. So I did enjoy the chapter. I really like Tiger Woods. Maybe not everything he's done off the course, but I really like Tiger Woods, and he's obviously been very successful. But for my video, I wanted to just focus on Warren Buffett. And I really like him. And, he starts, the reading starts off here, and we're talking about what a strong life looks like. And he's sitting down with a room full of students at the University of Nebraska. And he's one of the richest men in the world. And he sits down and tells these kids, I'd rather have a cheeseburger from Dairy Queen than a $100 meal, which sticks out for me. I really like that. And he even talks about how in here, how the students weren't convinced. They're like, that's easy to say when you're one of the richest people in the world, which I get. So Buffett kind of brings it all together with this point, and this is in quotes. I really like this. "If there is any difference between you and me, it may simply be that I get up every day and have a chance to do what I love to do every day. If you want to learn anything from me, this is the best advice I can give you." And I love that. I think you got to wake up every day, and if you're not doing something that you want to do, you're not going to be happy, period. And so I like that. And then I picked and choose kind of what I liked that he said, or, kind of how he leaned in and honed in on his strengths that projected him to be one of the most successful people in the world. So it says here, I like this, and this was so interesting to me because people who are both successful and fulfilled, he feels like that doesn't happen by accident. People make those choices to make themselves successful, which I agree with. And so here I haven't noted, I kind of skipping around my notes. I'm trying to get squared away here. "Like many people who are both successful and fulfilled, he found a way to cultivate the strengths he did possess and put them to work." I think a lot of times people like to try to be, if they want to be successful, they want to be good at everything. And that's just not the case. That's not, that's not how it's supposed to work. That's not what life's about. I think that's why you have teams. That's why you have people, so that you can take your strengths from here and this guy's strengths from here, and we can combine them, and we can be successful in this company together. And I like this too, that Warren Buffett, they talk about in the reading how he was very patient. He waited. He constantly talked about this 20-year perspective, where he was only going to invest in companies that they were projectable. They were going to do well. It wasn't going to be, hey, I'm going to make quick money here and then I'm going to lose my money. No, he wanted to invest in trajectory of businesses and where they were headed and where they were going. which I really like. And then here it says, look inside yourself. Try to identify your strongest threads, reinforce them in practice and learning, and then either find or, as he did, carve out a role that draws on these strengths every day. I love that because, hey, I like to talk. I like to communicate with people. I like to work with people. I think I can make people laugh. So I try to use those strengths to, connect with classmates or whatever I'm trying to do. I want to focus on what I'm good at because, hey, there's a lot of people that are okay at stuff or decent, but when you really identify your strengths and find out what you're good at and put those to use, that's when you become successful. And that's what I really took from this chapter. And I really liked Warren Buffett's story because, it relates to the common man. And I like that. And I thought this was a really good chapter. And I'm glad I dove into it and kind of enjoyed it. So I'm gonna turn this in and thank you.